Hey guys, and welcome back. It's time to be scared because we're hopping back into the scary game. The first story mode thing is almost done, actually. 2 more rooms and we're good to go. So check it out. If you're new to this series, we've done a little bit of stuff. We have our electrical room. We've got our office room. We got a break room. And then today we need to move on to the file room. I had to put one of these in because file rooms are inherently scary. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but nah, the vibes ain't right in those. Now, I don't know if it's just me, okay? Maybe it's the fear of not wanting to work a 9-to-5 job. But when I look at these, oh my God, tell me this is not for a horror game. This screams, get out of here, man. That's terrifying. So looking at all these pictures, we're definitely gonna need filing cabinets. We're gonna need some sort of shelves like these and probably like some cardboard boxes because we can use those throughout anywhere in this tunnel. So mainly filing cabinets, the shelf thingies, and files in cardboard box, and we'll be good to go. All right, guys. So first things first, I think I want to do that row, like the sliding row of the big container thing. So I don't know what they're called, and that's why I'm referring to them as container things, but I think it'll be okay. Let's set this to 0.125. Why does it keep typing backwards? 1, 2, 5. Okay, see that right there? That's crazy. We're gonna make 2 rows. I think these are gonna be pretty thin. This will be what the shelf slides on. So wait, do we want him to slide? We would want him to slide this. Yeah, this way. Hold on. Let me get reference here. Yep, this makes sense. So we need this across the back and then one more here. And now we will duplicate this and make our first shelf. I think something like this will work pretty perfect, honestly. Let's scale this up almost to the roof. Throw one on the other side as well. Bring this back in because it's kind of sticking outside. There we go. And let's try 5 maybe. All right, that's way too much. Maybe 2.5. Yeah, I think that works. And then we will just raise this up a little bit. Meet those back up. Perfect. And now we have our filing cabinet. Or not cabinet. This is like the shelf thing. Let's select all of that and group it together. And let's add a few more of them. We'll have a nice gap. And then for this one, we will make it pretty much meet up with the wall. Yeah, something like this is nice. And these basically slide. So maybe we can have Robo do something with that and say, hey, dude, can we make... Well, I like a little gap, actually. That looks pretty good. I'd be like, maybe when you come in here, this will go, you know, something like that. So let's try. Let's call this one slide. And then we'll put all these ones shelves. Okay. We don't want to call that slide. We'll just call that track. All right. So track, slide. I do want to have a little bit of an extra design on these. So let's just bring something down the center, bring it out real quick. And these will have a little bit of color. I'm thinking like a yellowy, corky type of color, something old and a bit gross. We will do the same here. And then of course the same on these two as well. Throw our color on all of them. And then, of course, we need to make everything metal because it makes it a little bit darker and, of course, a bit more realistic. Let's try this brushed metal. Probably not. Let's go normal metal. There we go. Yes, dude. Oh my gosh. If this slides with a nice sound, just... That was probably a horrible sound. But hey, we win and we lose, okay? Up next, we need to hop into Blender and make some filing cabinets. I could probably just do them in Studio just as easily. So I guess we'll make a kind of a silly one in Studio. I'd say about that size, maybe a little taller. Bring these in. We gotta bring this out one little spot. Have a handle in the middle. Now, guys, usually these would look a lot different, but it doesn't have to look that, like, I don't want to say that good. But it doesn't have to look that good because it's gonna be super dark in here and you won't really be able to see anything anyways. So I'm kind of just throwing some stuff together, I guess. But that is indeed a filing cabinet, probably a very massive one as well. Oh yeah, that whole thing can just get scaled down a little bit, something like this, and then we can stack them. I do want to stack them kind of unconventionally, so not perfectly like symmetrical and stuff. Like something like that just looks horrible. And then let's have this drawer out a little bit. And one more thing we can do is have like some paper type things in here, something like that, so it looks just a little bit different. Let's go ahead, put one of these on their side, something like this, rotate it back and a little bit like that. Pretty nice. Let's throw a filing cabinet over here as well, maybe a little row of them, stack them up on this side. Yeah, there we go. Now what else can we do in here? Just a file room. Definitely should have some papers on the floor, so I'm gonna take some of these from out here. These These will actually fit perfect in this room. I may take the texture off of them. Yeah, I honestly don't think that was a bad idea, and just have them as normal papers in here. Just that little detail added so much to this room. I feel like I want something back here, but I'm not sure. Maybe a dead body. All right, fellas and fillettes, we have added a good bit of detail. I changed this texture as well because it just doesn't look good when you have the textures that don't match. Like, look at this. I'll have to do it for this room as well. I don't even know where I got this texture because it's not the one that I'm using out here. So, you know, I'll look at it. Anyways, the file room is done. And honestly, I think it looks pretty good for a scary game. Let me go ahead and hop into the game and show you guys everything in the actual lighting, because it doesn't look that scary. Super bright. All right, so we've got our flashlight. We got to head on this way. You guys know the electrical room and all the other rooms, so I'm gonna skip past them for now. If you don't know what those look like, feel free to check out some other videos. All right, guys, right here, the file room. You open it up. Everything does have sounds, but I do have the desktop audio muted. I don't want to show off everything in the game because then there's no scare factor when people actually play the game. So for now, I'm gonna start having the sounds off. But look at this. It looks pretty cool. Here's what happens. Oh my gosh, that light doesn't work at all. Oh my. All right, well, here's how it looks with no lights. Pretty scary. Here's how it looks with your flashlight on. Pretty nice. TV up there does have sound effects, and the beam does move. And then if you go over here, this slides with a creepy sound effect. And then we have these sticky notes right here, and you can read each sticky note, which we don't have any words on them yet, so I don't think those overly matter. But the file room is done, and the last one that needs to be done for the environment of this build is the containment room. Once that containment room is done, the actual progression of this story will be done. And then this map's done, and we move on to the next map, which is gonna be super, super cool. I want to shoot for, I'd say, 3 to 5 maps before we release the game. So hopefully that gives you guys a good bit of understanding on where I want to be before we release this. But that is gonna wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.